legs and let him try it if Miller's bad on that ankle and can't break a play for you.
Sheeter 8 for 19, but for only 67 yards, and he threw the pick in the end zone last possession. Tosses it out to the side, juggled and dropped this time by Ethan Boring, the senior. And now it's 3rd and long for Ligonier Valley.
And you can't be in these 3rd and longs. That's why they're probably, I think, 1 for 6 or 7 right now, I believe, on 3rd down. I know Matt's going to have it real quick.
1 for 7 indeed. And certainly Matt Bukovic has been doing yeoman's work here in the booth all season long. We thank him for his efforts, our intrepid statistician.
Yes, it has been nice to have a stat guy who's on the ball for us. Really helpful.
3rd and 10. Sheeter back to throw. Fires down the middle. Incomplete. Off the hands of John Beard.
Now, you know, we were talking about his throwing stats here. But how many drops has he had? I mean, his completion ratio is maybe 50%, something below that. I know Matt's going to pull it up for us right now.
And how about Kellen Stahl, the sophomore, in on the play again. He's that right hand taped up, unable to come back at quarterback, but still helping out on the defensive side.
Surprised a team that runs the ball this well, just totally abandoning their run game, and they're only down 2 touchdowns. It just seems a little bit like maybe a little bit of a panic deal by the coaches here.
Beard to punt once again, 5th time tonight. Puts the right foot into it, and this one angled well out of bounds. They're not going to kick to Burke if they can help it. And the official on the far side is going to walk along all the way across the 40. And that one officially spotted out of bounds at the 46-yard line, only a 21-yard punt. So Richland with good field position again. 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Go ahead, Joe.
Rams scored on their first, the Richland Rams, that is, scored on their first 2 possessions of the night. But after that, obviously the loss of Stahl, but they haven't been able to do much offensively. They've turned the ball over 3 times.
Well, here you're going to come back to a tight bunch formation. I look for them to maybe toss this side real quick. Burke himself sweep.
On the left side, cuts it back up inside. He's got room. Brought down at the 35-yard line by Aiden Kelly, but it's a pickup of 19 yards.
Clairvoyant sometimes, Joe. I'll tell you, they did a nice job. The safety came flying up, and it looked like Ligonier had that diagnosed, but the safety came flying up and missed on it, and that just left Burke to make a huge play. And you see the athletic ability. It looks like Burke's limping a little bit now.
Give it another yard on the carries. They spot it at the 34, so a 20-yard pickup for Caleb Burke on the quarterback sweep. And we'll head down to Josh Sperber momentarily with an update on maybe even more developments in the Richland quarterback situation. Burke in shotgun.
Going deep right here to Tustin.
Way far past him, incomplete.
Yeah, he didn't get a good grip on the ball. The ball kind of came back funny. He didn't really have a good grip on it, and so he couldn't get a good throw.
And let's go down to Josh Sperber right now with more on Richland's QB situation.
Joe, it doesn't look like Kellen Stahl is going to be coming back as a quarterback. I hear him yelling over to the sideline, possibly to his father, that he cannot physically throw the football right now. It looks like they're sticking with Caleb Burke, but Nick Beidle, sophomore, listed as a running back, has been throwing pretty consistently on the sideline for Richland since halftime.
And a 2nd down carry for Caleb Burke as he goes around right end, and the clock ticks under 5 minutes to play. It'll be a 3rd down coming up for the Rams. Now their 3rd string quarterback, Richland, is Sam Penna, a freshman who has thrown 19 passes this year, and that's another potential option for Richland in this one.
Yeah, but I don't see them having him down here warming up, so kind of be interesting. It looks kind of like right now, at least they're relying on Burke.
I do see Penna on the sideline. Burke now 8 carries, 40 yards. Richland, though, just 1 for 9 on 3rd down, trying to improve that here on a 3rd and 7.
Here they come with the heat, going to Tustin.
And Tustin makes an incredible catch. Tears away from the defender. Touchdown, Richland.
Wow. That's all you can say about that is wow. On any other team, that's receiver number 1.
His 2nd touchdown catch of the night. and what a catch it is.
Here he comes right into your living room. What a great adjustment to the ball. D-back's got to turn around and try and make a play. That you can't just put your hands up and hope you shield them. And then the footwork afterwards, Joe, was incredible.
Jasper Arnone had 2 shots at him. Once on the ball coming in and once on the tackle. And Tustin eluded him both times.
Yeah, if you're Arnone, you got to turn around, find the ball, and try and knock it away. You can't just put your hands up and hope.
Adam Facci's extra point is good. And with 4:16 to play in the third quarter, Richland extends the lead to 21-0. A lot of excitement on the Richland side right now as they look for a date with either Bishop McDevitt down near Philly or with Dunmore, whoever wins that game, perhaps if they can finish off a big victory here tonight in the District 6 2A playoffs.
Well, the way these guys are going at it, there might not be anything left of either team to play next week because their injuries are piling up faster than the points are.
A 4-play, 54-yard drive. Caleb Burke with his second touchdown pass of the year, finding Trevor Tustin as Richland. There you see their big-time receivers. Caleb Burke leading the way at 105.2 yards per game. But then Tustin and Bailey, they've had to step to the fore, Sam, as receiving targets, and we saw Trevor Tustin do that.
Tustin has, I mean, I don't think we've called Bailey's name tonight yet, actually, on a catch. But, you know, like we said, Tustin, I mean, he would be anybody else's #1 receiver. It's, you know, a wealth of riches for Richland to have 2 receivers of that quality on their team and a couple other pretty good ones also, but really those 2 sticking out. You know, good thing for them right now.
The numbers on Trevor Tustin tonight: 3 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's his 4th 100-yard receiving game of the season. And how about Caleb Burke? Goes from big-time receiver to now all of a sudden he has to helm the offense, and he seems to have acquitted himself quite well.
Well, he's made at least the one big throw that he needed to, and you know he has the footwork, so they've tried to kind of run the ball with him a little bit, and smart move to try and do that.
Passio angles the kickoff away from Kiri Miller and taking it out of bounds. Receiving the football that time was Caden Foss, the up man. Ligonier Valley now takes over at the 35-yard line. Sam, they've got 16 minutes and change to go. 4:08 to go here in the third quarter. What do they need to do here? Down 3 scores.
Well, what they needed to do was score the last 2 times they had the ball down inside. You know, I really can't give you a good diagnosis on that, Joe. I personally would have run the ball a lot more because that's their MO, so I don't know why they've gone away from that so much.
Sam Sheeter's thrown the ball a lot tonight. 8 of 21, 67 yards. He has thrown a pick as well.
The other thing they got to do is catch the ball.
The give is to Kiri Miller. Miller scoots around left end, out of bounds, gets out of the grasp of Griffin LaRue as he heads out.
So they gave you 2 backs basically split in that situation with Sheeter in the middle and ran the power with the fullback leading, which is one of the ways they talk about running it, and they do a nice job getting 3-4 yards on first down here. Really impressed how they have not been able to be consistent with that running game in any way. Some of that, though, you can see Miller limping. He's not 100%, but give Richland some credit up front. They did a nice job with their D-line.
Kiri Miller, 11 carries in this game for 47 yards so far. Sam Sheeter's actually lugged the ball just as often, but Miller gets his 12th carry here, picks his way forward for 3, maybe 4 yards.
Like you said, you know, we talked about before that, you can see that Miller's not right on that ankle, and that's really hindering what we thought we'd get out of him tonight.
He missed the first-round playoff game for Ligonier Valley against West Shamokin. Ligonier Valley still won that one 49-7. Returned last week, went for 107 yards on 21 carries and a touchdown, but tonight somewhat limited.
Flanker look right now, Joe. Split backs again.
Ligonier Valley 2 for 8 on 3rd down, and Miller gets the first down and more. Kiri Miller out in open space. One of the first times tonight. He keeps rumbling across the 20 and across the Richland 15-yard line. Ligonier Valley is in business after a big carry for Kiri Miller.
Well, they almost turned it over there, though. They're trying to run counteraction with the backs crossing, and Sheeter kind of bounces into Miller. Once they get the handoff off, Miller does a nice job finding a hole here, and like we said, he has speed. And he turns it on, and then he looks for contact here and runs a guy over and spins, and that's what you get out of Miller. You get a lot of effort and a lot of all kinds of other stuff. Spins and runs over people and everything else.
A 44-yard pickup. Alan Mangus finally with a stop. But you could see they're trying to tear it away from Miller, who's put it on the deck twice already tonight. Give
There's
to the fullback. Aiden Kelly gets the carry here.
Good call, though. Way to kind of change it up. They're going to a double tight end look now, so they're stretching out the front. Richland's countering now with another extra defensive lineman, so they're giving you 4 down linemen and 2 outside linebackers standing up as ends, basically.
And Wiley Spiker is back in the game at left tackle for Ligonier Valley as well.
And he brought 76 in at guard now to give Petroff a rest.
Donovan Graham. And movement at the snap. Looked like the linemen were leaning forward for Ligonier Valley that time. And that'll cost him 5 yards.
Just inopportune penalties at the wrong time. So you're down here in that red zone again, and now you make a penalty and you make this thing harder on yourself. You had a decent first down gain. You had it in a manual situation. Now you're second down and long.
Something that both coaches talked about, pre-snap penalties being a key to any game. And Ligonier Valley has picked up 5 penalties in total tonight for a total of 42 yards. Meanwhile, Richland
gonna run.
2 penalties for 10 as Sheeter keeps it himself. He's pushed out of bounds by Kobe Bailey, shy of the first down marker.
So it looks like they kind of put their fullback up almost like a wing this time on the outside here and gave you almost like trips to this side. Everything shifted to the right, and he just turned naked and ran back to the left side, except they pulled Spiker around, actually kind of looped out and led him for that. Nice play, actually, kind of well designed. 3rd and a manageable 3. You got to figure you got 2 downs to make this one. You got to go for it here.
At the 6-yard line, Ligonier Valley 3 for 9 on 3rd down. They can get a first down.
2 tights motioning back.
Give to Miller.
Nice spin. Oh, but he stood up.
And gobbled up. Lucas Sable with the initial penetration. Then Kobe Bailey finishes off the tackle for loss. And it's going to be 4th down for Ligonier Valley.
Well, give Richland a lot of credit, man. They got a lot of penetration on that. They read that very well. That's, again, one of those times where maybe, you did a nice job on that naked the last time. Maybe coming back with something where it's not so obvious of Miller getting the ball. So you can't key on him so much in that situation.
4th and 5. Ligonier Valley needs the Richland 3 for the first down, and Richland making some late personnel changes, hurrying guys off the field. They do, but a flag is down.
They got too many. Going to be a little substitution, I think, unless the play clock ran out.
No, play clock's at 5, and they're picking up. They had 12, but they got 11 on the field by the time the official threw his flag. So, minute 14 left in the 3rd quarter.
It was a little fortunate for them, wasn't it?
I believe so. 4th and 5.
Showing pressure right now. Here it comes, clean up the middle.
Pass complete, first down.
Is that the tight end? Is it Dowden? Is that right?
Beard. John Beard comes up with a reception, 88.
He also comes up limping.
And it'll be 1st and goal at the 1.
Clutch job by Sheeter on that. He keeps his composure. He's got pressure right in his face. Does a nice job going to his right and finds Beard. Nice catch. 1st and goal.
Coverage by LaRue that time, and now Sheeter will go under center. Sneak, he leaps over the pile, and he's in. Touchdown, Ligonier Valley.
It worked, but I'll tell you, it's a coach, I really don't like that reaching it over thing. Somebody knocks that thing out, and the ref doesn't make the right call. Maybe you were over, but it gets knocked out, and the ref doesn't see it right, and you give it up.
It works, though, for Sam Sheeter, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, 28th total offensive TD. Oh, leaping, and they are ripping at the ball like you said, Sam. Lucas Sable almost in, and
all you need is a referee to not make the right call.
Luckily he did, as John Beard will kick the point after.
Especially when you're going behind that line. I would trust those guys to get you 6 inches that you need.
The kick is no good, wide to the left. .31 seconds to play, third quarter, and it remains 21-6. Ligonier Valley on the board. An 8-play, 64-yard drive, finishing with Sheeter's 1-yard touchdown run. But, Sam, I'm sure that Ligonier Valley, 3 turnovers in this game, maybe the biggest one, and one that would have made this perhaps a one-score game or maybe even a tie ball game at this point. Remember, Ligonier Valley fumbled inside the 5. Sheeter put it on the deck, and Richland recovered, and that could have been points.
They also threw a pick down here. So, you know, we could be looking at a 21-20 ball game right now. But the ankle injuries seem to be really piling up. I see Bryce Batch coming off limping now for Richland. So we got guys limping all over the place here.
Cold weather will sometimes do that, I think.
So will tough opponents. You know, you've been beating up on guys all year that really, you know, don't match up with you, and now you run into a bully who's as big as you are. Sometimes injuries happen.
Roger Beidel, his 16th season at the helm of Ligonier Valley, 128 wins, only 52 losses. And in fact, Ligonier Valley may well be looking for that tougher competition next year. They are looking to leave the Heritage Conference and head to the WHVL. We'll have more on that after the kick.
Well, if you're looking for tougher competition, that would be a place to go.
Beard kicks it deep, and it's taken at the 6-yard line by
missed tackle.
Mangus.
Got the edge.
Mangus out over the far sideline at the 32-yard line. And we talk about Ligonier Valley going to the WHVL and a timeline of what has gone on here. There you see Richland getting its offense together, but Ligonier Valley may well be headed west. Ligonier Valley School District voted to leave the Heritage Conference October 14th. The conference itself approved the move October 21st. District 6 has approved Ligonier Valley leaving November 6th. Just waiting on the WHVL approval. And Ligonier Valley, which is located in Westmoreland County, which is at the western end of District 6, may well be headed to District 7. First and 10, Richland at its own 31.
Jet to Tustin.
And Tustin cuts it up
nice
inside.
Cut.
Sheeter swings him down right at the first down marker, but he gets enough to move the chains, a gain of 11 on what may well be the last play of the third quarter.
Well, he got a real nice block out here from Griffin LaRue. Turns it up inside of LaRue's block and does a real nice job getting the first down. You see just how quick Tustin is, and the same with Burke, and that's why they're such great athletes. They can cut on a dime, they can turn the speed on, and if they get the edge, it's all over.
And the final seconds will tick away as Trevor Tustin and the Richland Rams lead it 21-6 here in the District 6 Class 2A title game. Fourth quarter action coming up from Altoona after this here on the WHVL Game of the Week presented by Geisinger.
Penn State fans and students are gearing up and saving big at McClanahan's Penn State Room. Family owned and operated since 1903. Do the blue with a wide selection of everything Penn State, from performance, spirit, vintage, and authentic clothing, as well as a wide selection of Penn State logo gift items. Brand names like League, Under Armour, Champion, Russell, Zuzats, College Kids, and Yeti. Something for everyone at McClanahan's Penn State Room. Open 7 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week at 414 East College Avenue or online at PennStateRoom.com.
Hey car buyers, you've got a new choice. Tyrone Ford is here and open for business 1/2 mile from Del Grosso's Park. It's a location you know with all new owners and management. Tyrone Ford is open and ready to save you money on brand new Ford models. Financing rates as low as 0% for qualified buyers. Tyrone Ford, 4548 East Pleasant Valley Boulevard. It's better in the country. See dealer for details. Some exclusions may apply.
Richland leads Ligonier Valley as we start the fourth quarter here in the District 6 Class 2A championship game. Here on the WHVL Game of the Week presented by Geisinger. I'm Joe Putnam, joined by Sam Stroh here in the booth. Josh Berber is down on the field. Our great WHVL crew here for our final game of the 2019 slate on our coverage in an empty backfield. Here on 1st and 10 for Richland to start the fourth is Caleb Burke, the standout wide receiver who's had to be pressed into service as a quarterback. with the injury, the hand injury to Kellen Stahl, gets 5 on the carry.
Well, you can bet they're going to try and just run the clock, run the ball and try and run the clock down here as much as they can on Ligonier. Ligonier has not shown the ability to really hit the big play that they would need to have to get back in this game right now. So if you're Richland, you're playing the clock, you're trying to control the drives, you're banking on how many drives are left in this game, and you want to shorten this game.
Single tight end, empty backfield for Burke. We had a touchdown catch earlier in the game.
And I lied. He's going deep.
And he's going to the near side. Bailey with a catch. Excuse me. Griffin LaRue. You're absolutely right, Sam. It was LaRue streaking down the near side. And the sophomore makes a big catch for 30. Check that, 40 yards and a first down.
Oh, Richland's going for the jugular right now. You see this coming right at you. Off the play action, off the jet action. And he goes deep to LaRue. And the young sophomore cornerback, Beitel, just doesn't stay with his man. He's in man-to-man coverage. And you got to stay with him. You can't be biting on the run. You got to know what's coming.
Second big pass play for Caleb Burke in this game. He hit Tustin for the long touchdown to make it a 21-0 lead at that point for Richland. Now hits the big one to LaRue. And now Richland's going to simmer things down and use all the play clock.
Not sure they're legal formation here unless that outside guy is up on the line.
And there's flags.
Pro to this side, tight end. Okay. Twins to the top side, and I did not think the outside receiver was actually on the line of scrimmage. That's what I thought the penalty was going to be.
So 5-yard penalty is 1st and 15 now as Richland once again into the Tyrone Ford red zone.
Okay, 2 tight ends are going now to a no back look. 2 tight ends and twins to our side and a single split